Maintenant, faisons une petite promenade dans Paris. Let's look at the link system and how it works, right? This is just a little video that I made when I was wandering around Paris in real life. So if this was the first thing I noticed, lint is the standout thing. So you got to look at that situation of what you can make out of lint in terms of the logic of where I'm going, which in this moment is pointing that way. I'm going forward down here, right? So let's say lint was the first thing that I noticed, and the second thing was this store here, right? And this isn't a language learning expedition. It's literally remembering what it is that's there, right? So let's not focus on the conversion of the language. So this could be appropriate for anyone, regardless of how much French you know or how much French you don't know. So you take the lint within the first moment, and the second thing, what stands out to me, it was olive and green. Olives are green, right? So in that situation, I'm going to connect lint to olives. As that moves forward, maybe I look over here, and what's the next thing I see? I see rituals and butterflies. So I can go lint, connect that to olives. Olives connects that to butterfly. Butterfly connects to rituals in that situation. And as these there's gelato over there, right? So I can go after rituals, I can go to gelato, and then I can go to Nicholas. And this whole example can be built into the way that a link system can be used to remember your surroundings. Yes, you can use a memory palace, you can use whatever technique you want, but invariably when you step into memory work, the easiest access to get to grips with it is the link system. So let's look at all of the many ways that we can put this to use, this simple connecting device that our brain does so naturally all the time. It only needs for us to take stock of what it is that stands out in the environment and connect it. And then the next thing, connect it to that, right? So that afterwards, when you look back at this information, what was the first place? There is a bit of primacy and recency going on, but the first thing I mentioned was lint. Then it connected to, so lint was green, green. There was the green flowers outside, and you'll notice that when you go through these linked connections, that the actual places that prompted the elements for you to remember, they come back as well. So there were the flowers around the outside. There was olive written on this, and then we turned and what the animal that we saw there, the papillon that we saw there, that then connected to rituals, that then connected to Nicholas, and then right. So we can use the simple link system to store surroundings now. And the one thing that you need to remember on the back of it is lint. How easy is that? And you've got an entire street worth of information stored under the prompt of lint, because then that reminds you of green. That then reminds you of butterflies. That then reminds you of rituals. And it keeps, and these, the more you revivify the actual imagery based on the prompts, you will have this entire street. Look at my giant bald head. You will have this entire street stored in your brain for as long as you need it. You can develop memory palaces on the back of this and use the link system to get it in there more readily. Sherlock hasn't got anything on this particular approach.